and we have a variety of flavors we want to bring to you via Game Up. Game Up Hard Hydration is like your favorite sports drink, your favorite seltzer. Had a baby, but it's so much better. Dave, give him the rundown.
Great flavors like fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and grape. And guys, it's only 110 calories. It's low carb. Enjoy yourself some Game Up. Don't feel guilty about it.
I brought it up as a negative last week, but I said, I thought I could have missed something. I would have liked to have seen more in Hammerstone versus Obafemi.
Sure.
This week, we got Hammerstone versus Tony D'Angelo, and I was so unhappy with the end of this match.
With D'Angelo walking out?
Yeah, what did you think when watching it?
I guess later on, more as we're doing kind of the Rocky storyline with D'Angelo here, talking about being afraid. As far as Hammerstone goes, he was an afterthought. He wasn't the main focus here. The main focus is about Tony D'Angelo and Obafemi. I'll say the bright side is he didn't lose. It ended up being just a weird count-out victory that doesn't really do much for him. But I feel like the WWE is interesting right now because they're testing out some of these TNA talents and who they want to use and whatnot. And honestly, too, I don't know. I think that Hammerstone's best run so far has been in MLW with Court Bauer. Not to say that his TNA run's been that bad, but I definitely would say MLW is better. And so far, you see him in NXT and you just hope for bigger things because of the way he looks. But I don't know, maybe down the road. But right now, yeah, it certainly wasn't what I want. And I'm also so surprised. And I've said it before, I guess I'm not a huge Tony D'Angelo fan. I think he's surprised me and I want to give him some respect here. But at the same time, I just didn't see him as the guy necessarily beating Obafemi. And it looks like there's a possibility that's what they're setting up for here now.
I would have liked to have seen. So my whole idea for this segment was Hammerstone getting done dirty by NXT. It's great that they're putting him on TV, but the matches are a quarter, a third of what he could do.
Right.
And I'm hoping that somehow his involvement in this feud leads to something bigger for him because he is such a great talent. Like you said, we saw him do big things in MLW. He's doing his run in TNA now. And it's just, I got so excited when I first saw him in that Obafemi match. And then it's as time goes on, I'm expecting less and less out of his presentation.
I can see that. That's the thing, right? Some of these guys, I feel like you can almost make that argument with Rosemary, too. Her and Wendy Chu have this involvement, and they're doing storylines and stuff, too. But at the end of the day, I don't see Rosemary getting this huge push. And I feel like, oh, man, she's better than a lot of these other girls, when it comes to the TNA guys and girls, Jordan Grace and Joe Henry are the ones who've gotten consistently the best pushes, I would say, out of all of them.
Definitely. Rosemary even, I think, had a better match that she was in.
Sure.
You got to see a little more of her. So maybe this is wait and see for Hammerstone.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Way too early, and it could be the next couple weeks he gets a big feature match. Maybe somehow they put him in a 3-way with these guys. I don't know how it's going to work, but I hope that this is developing for him.
Right, yeah. You're hoping for a better showcase of his talents. I saw a thing today where Joe Henry thanked Terry Taylor for all his time and being his coach at the Performance Center. So I saw that was pretty cool, but I also wondered, okay, so does that mean Joe Henry isn't going to the Performance Center right now? Basically his run in in NXT is currently done, is what I'm wondering. That might be a thing, they might be using some of these guys and girls for programs and maybe they didn't really have anything specifically for Hammerstone. So it's okay, we're going to bring you in. We're not going to bury you, but you're going to be a showcase for Oba. And then you're going to kind of have this thing with the Don. We'll have you kind of talk it out. You won't lose the match, but you're not going to be the main focus. And let's just see what you do with the time we give you. Maybe it's something like that,
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.